So now that we have Foundry and a few other things have kind of caught up to the remaster, we can go ahead and look at a couple playthroughs. And I figured a good one to kind of bring those back would be the new reposition action, because it allows you to do a few things that you could have house ruled before or kind of should have been there to begin with, in truth. But this new reposition really helps you in a few situations if you need to do something quickly. So let's go ahead and cover that. So my name is Don. I'm trying to be the Sly Strategist, and let's go ahead and get into it. So the reposition action in Pathfinder Remaster is exactly what it is. It is a battlefield positioning movement that allows you to kind of move things around, move combatants around if they're in the way, if you can't get them flanked because of certain situations, or if they're blocking maybe retreating monsters. It allows you to move them out of the way and kind of take a little bit of uncertainty, especially if you have a really good athletics. It will be super helpful in order to have the reposition to work. So let's go ahead and talk about what reposition is and read the actual action. So reposition is a single action. It does have the attack trait. So if you're going to do it and you want to ensure that you can do it, it might be helpful to do before the multiple attack penalty comes in. The requirements are you either have at least one hand free or you're grabbing or restraining the target. The target can't be more than one size larger than you. You muscle a creature or object around. Attempt an athletics check against the target's fortitude DC. On a critical success, you can move the creature up to 10 feet. It must remain within your reach during this movement, and you can't move into or through obstacles. Success, it's the same, but it's 5 feet. You move the target up to 5 feet. It must remain within your reach during this movement, and you can't move it into or through obstacles. On a failure, you once again just fail. And on a critical failure, the target can move you up to 5 feet as though it successfully repositioned you, basically because the creature kind of outmuscled you. So that's how that works. But let's go ahead and look at a few specific examples in Foundry. All right, for this example, I'd kind of like to show a reposition, and I'll kind of explain the situation we're in. So we have our main party. They are basically being attacked by a group of kobolds who are covering for 2 kobold scouts, as well as an ogre warrior who are trying to get away. But we have this kobold warrior that is blocking an entrance. Now, we basically have everybody already rolled for initiative, and let's go ahead and start this particular encounter. So what we are going to do is we are going to have Crag move towards the particular kobold. He's going to target that kobold, and then what I would like him to do is I would like him to reposition. So with his second action, he's going to reposition. As he repositions, he is going to make an athletics check against the target's fortitude DC. He got a critical success. And as we can see from the reposition description right here, you may move the creature up to 10 feet. It must remain within your reach during this movement, and you can't move it into or through obstacles. So what I'm going to have Craig do, once again, because he can move it 10 feet, is I just really need him to move it out of the way. And I'm going to have him drag the creature over here. And that was his second action. And with his third action, he is going to go ahead and move and to chase after the creatures. And then let's talk about maybe another situation where you might want to go ahead and have a reposition happen. And in this particular case, we have one last stingy kobold that just isn't dying. And he's backed himself into a corner, and now we have no way to actually flank him. So it is Crag's turn. So what I'm going to have Crag do is I'm going to have Crag target this particular creature. And I want Crag to go ahead and reposition. Roll that athletics check. It is a success. So what Crag can do is Crag can now reposition the creature 5 feet. So that creature is now 5 feet away, and Crag is going to go ahead and use his second action to step. Let's say he would have rolled a 1 and Imley's turn was next. Well, now, since he had repositioned the creature and moved, now Imley can move and flank that creature in order to get it in the off guard state or flat-footed pre-remaster. Now, I do hope you liked this little playthrough of the reposition action. It is really a good way for you to be able to move creatures around the battlefield, especially when they are in an advantageous position or they are in the way of something you would like to do, or they are doing something that's preventing you from getting an advantage over them. Now, I do hope you liked this video, and if you did, feel free to like, subscribe, or hit that notification bell. But whatever you do, I hope you have a great day and happy adventuring. Thanks.